A plate of cold leftovers goes into a microwave. The door clicks shut, and 90 seconds later, it comes out steaming hot. Meanwhile, the plate itself, the paper towel on top, and the air inside the box remain barely warm at all. There is no flame, no glowing coil touching the food, nothing visibly hot anywhere inside. So, where is that heat actually coming from? Inside that box is a component called a magnetron. Its only job is to generate microwaves, a type of radio wave, at a very specific frequency of about 2.45 gigahertz. That frequency was not picked at random. It happens to be extremely good at making water molecules physically twist back and forth. This is because a water molecule has a slightly positive end and a slightly negative end, much like a tiny lopsided magnet. It naturally tries to align itself with an electric field pointed at it. The magnetron doesn't send out a steady field. Instead, it flips that electric field back and forth billions of times per second. Every single water molecule inside the food tries to flip and realign with it over and over incredibly fast. That violent, repeated flipping is friction at a molecular scale, and friction generates heat. Your food is not being heated from the outside in by a hot surface. It is being heated from within by trillions of its own water molecules rubbing against their neighbors as they twist in place. This is exactly why dry foods barely heat up in a microwave, while anything with moisture heats fast. Fat and sugar molecules respond to the field too, but water is by far the main driver. This is also why a paper towel or a ceramic plate, both nearly dry, stay relatively cool. They simply don't have many molecules available to twist and generate friction. The energy passes through them largely unaffected and goes straight into whatever inside actually contains water. It also explains the uneven hotspots that show up in reheated food. Microwaves bounce around the metal interior of the oven in a complex pattern. They reinforce each other in some spots and partially cancel out in others, creating zones of stronger and weaker field strength. That rotating turntable exists specifically to drag your food through as many of those zones as possible, instead of letting one section sit directly in a hotspot the entire time. And the metal walls and mesh screen on the door are not just for show. Microwaves at this frequency cannot pass through metal, they reflect off it. This is exactly why the oven's interior is metal in the first place, to keep bouncing the waves back into the food instead of losing them. The mesh in the door has holes small enough that microwaves, with their relatively long wavelength, simply cannot fit through. Visible light with a far shorter wavelength slips through easily. This is the only reason you can see your food cooking at all. So, there was never any fire in there, and there never needed to be. Just an invisible field flipping fast enough to make water molecules twist and rub from the inside, turning your own leftovers into the thing that heats itself. If this kind of everyday mystery fascinates you, subscribe to How It Actually Works for more.